What's going on, everybody? My name's The Wanderer, and welcome to a bit of a different stream. I don't usually do this type of stuff on the channel, but I want to start doing it. I feel like discussions about things I like and dislike in the Fallout series is really something that's quite important. Something I have witnessed over the last couple months is the fact that the Fallout community is very, very divided. And that's something that I wish, through civil discussion and civil discourse, to change. I do believe in honest conversations with people, discussing what they like and dislike about, like, for example, Fallout 76 and the Brotherhood of Steel being in the game, and why they like it and why they don't, etc. And, why somebody might not like the way the Enclave is portrayed in Fallout 3. And, I think good conversations like that is really the way to go. So I meant to prepare, like, a screen for this, like, just to say, like, just a discussion thing, but, like, I didn't actually do that. So, I'm gonna lay out some ground rules. Let me just type them into the chat. Ground rules. So, number 1, if you call in, has to be on topic. Number 2, try to keep it safe for work. Swearing's okay, but I don't want any N's, no F's, no based words, please. Number 3, don't get upset if our convo is only brief. At the end of the day, I'm expecting quite a few people to try and call in, and I want to make sure that they have as much of a voice as you do. So, if I end up kicking you out and say, all right, well, I think your time is up, don't take that as me being rude. It's just we've got a lot of things to get through, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so there's the ground rules. Ground rules, number 1, has to be on topic. Number 2, try to keep it safe for work. And number 3, don't get upset if our convo is only briefed. So, I'm not sure what screen to put this on. Should I just put this on the BRB screen, but then put something over the BRB screen? Let me see what I can do here. I know I have a funny image somewhere I can, put over image to browse. I've got something I can put over the BRB thing so that it's not like a BRB screen anymore. Or at least I think I do. What can I... I don't really know. I could put the Brotherhood of Steel logo. There we go. Ha! Smart. Anyway, so I am going to join the call center, or the call-ins. Yeah, the call center. Alright, so, wait. Yeah, I'm in the call center right now. So if you'd like to join the Discord and call in, that is perfectly fine. So I'll be in here. But first off, before we do anything, I want to go to my YouTube channel, and then we're going to rewatch through my video, and I'm going to kind of explain more in depth some of my points if I didn't already. I feel like that could be a cool little thing to do. Do I have a window capture? No, a window capture. Okay, window capture, there we go. Alright, so get rid of that. Nice and concise. Okay, so here is my channel page. By the way, I really recommend this video. I spent a lot of time working on that, so if you haven't seen it already, I made a full history of the Brotherhood of Steel, which is why I actually made this one, so that it kind of blended in with this theme of the Brotherhood of Steel that I'm going for in the next couple months. So yeah, let's get watching this then. I hope you guys like the new intro, by the way. I don't know if I've ever really asked anybody about it, but I brought out the new intro in a couple of videos that I did not too long ago, during the summer, I think. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. I like it a lot more than the old one. Let me know what you think, though. let me just get the chat up on my phone as well. There we go. Enclave in 76. I'm fine with the Enclave being there. It's nice to see you, by the way, Canadian. Enclave in 76. Enclave belong there, dude. Enclave are the remnants of the US government. Why wouldn't they be there? Okay, so. Hello, everybody. My name's The Wanderer, and today let's just get past the introductory. So, let's get into the first section first. So, the first section Can you guys hear that alright, by the way? Wait, is the BOS in Chicago like the Enclave? That means FO3 too? I don't get what you mean, but the Brotherhood of Steel is rumored to have a chapter in Chicago, and I actually plan on implementing them into the story of the Wanderer somehow, so stay tuned for that. What I'm going to be talking about is the Appalachian Brotherhood of Steel, which was formed from mainly Taggarty's Thunder over in Appalachia, who were contacted directly by Roger Maxson via radio shortly after his desertion. So, California is the Brotherhood of Steel's origin point, as we know. Obviously, the Brotherhood of Steel originated technically from Mariposa Military Base, where Roger Maxson and his men found the FEV vats, executed the scientists, and then made their way to Lost Hills, which is commonly known as the Exodus, where the Brotherhood of Steel was actually formed. This is very common knowledge. However, West Virginia is very far east, like super far east. Okay, so there's my first point. It's very far away. So, the reason I made this kind of point is because obviously West Virginia and California, completely separate states, really far away on the US map. And the reason I think that Maxson wouldn't really be focusing on something so far away is because he had his own priorities in line. Like, by this point, if I'm correct, he hadn't even set up the ranks of Knight, Scribe, Paladin yet. And it was only like Elders or something. And that basically resulted in... it also had the Lost Hills wasn't actually established fully. Like the area surrounding Lost Hills was not pinned down yet. That's something I mentioned in my History of the Brotherhood video, where I say basically not the Enclave. Fuck, I'm all over the place. The Brotherhood of Steel actually went to war with the Vipers. The Vipers is in the Raider Gang originating from Vault 15. The reason they went to war is because the Vipers were actually causing a bit of a ruckus to, I believe it was south of Lost Hills, and that was area that the Brotherhood wanted, and the Brotherhood were paranoid about the Vipers getting the upper hand and having more territory than them. So, Elder Maxson at the time dispatched a force to wipe them out. Elder Maxson dies, and then Head Paladin Rhombus basically exterminates the entire Raider force. Meaning that the Brotherhood of Steel had eventually conquered that. But that was in 2155. Obviously, Fallout 76 takes place in latest 2104, I believe. So, with that, yeah, I don't see this as making very much sense for them to focus on something so far away when they hadn't even got the rest of the area surrounding Lost Hills yet. They had so much stuff that they did later that just it kind of overrules anything that happens in 76. So 76 attempts to retcon it, and that's not something I appreciate, and that's not something I like. I also mention later in this segment Sergeant Dennis Allen. Sergeant Dennis Allen was a member of the Brotherhood of Steel who in 2134 dispatched a small outcast group to go to the Glow to search for technology there against Elder Maxson's wish. So, with that knowledge, we know that the ranks of Knight, Scribe, and Paladin had not been established, at least in old lore. But recently, Bethesda have decided to retcon it so that in 2082, that's when Maxson made the full list of Brotherhood of Steel ranks. But I dislike that. I feel like 76, even having the Brotherhood there in the first place, spits in the face of the old games and their story and their lore. And I feel like that's kind of disrespectful, in a way. Just to shoehorn a faction that people easily recognize as Fallout for the cost of what? Ruining the older games and their stories and invalidating some of the stories told there. I'm not going to buy it, bud. From where California is. And let me just read chat. Actually. Parts of the Fallout tactics are considered canon by Bethesda devs. Yeah, I know. That's why I said the Brotherhood of Steel in the Midwest are partly canon. It would make more sense if tactics was still canon. I wouldn't want tactics canon. Fucking hairy deathclaws. Like I'm happy with bits and pieces. Besides, if tactics was canon, that means that parts of the current Fallout story that I'm in the process of writing, which ties into all the other stuff that I'm also writing, would be totally invalidated. And if they chose to re-canonize tactics, then that means that, yeah, my story would not make sense. So, what do you think the next Fallout's going to be? Well, we've heard multiple different places mentioned across the series. I know Fallout 4 made reference to San Francisco quite a few times. Fallout 3 pointed towards, West Virginia. The Commonwealth was a big thing in Fallout 3. You had the Replicated Man, you had Asher speaking about it, which leads me to something else. Asher mentioned Toronto, which I believe is in Canada. Is it? I don't know. I don't know where Toronto is. I feel like it might be in Canada. But I feel like one of the next Fallout games, if Bethesda are going to be following this pattern of, going to different places that were mentioned from Fallout 3 specifically. So, we had the Capital Wasteland. Oh, for fuck's sake. Dude, all my clone troopers just fell over on my desk. I'm going to have to go pick them up later. Either way, so if Bethesda are going to keep going on this pattern of going to different places mentioned from Fallout 3's Capital Wasteland and Pitt. Yeah, Toronto was in Canada. I thought so. Thank you, guys. That means that we have multiple different possibilities to where we could go next in the franchise. Obviously, it was said in a couple Vidocs back in the day that they didn't actually plan to set Fallout 4 in the Commonwealth. But it just ended up happening anyway. And then Fallout 76, which is coincidentally another place that was mentioned in Fallout 3, was the next game after that. So I think it would be probably... It'd be quite safe to assume the next one's probably going to take place in Toronto. I feel like that might make sense, but also... Yeah, they're gonna have to be careful about time frame. They're gonna need to be careful about a lot of shit that they just completely disregarded and invalidated in Fallout 76, most specifically the Brotherhood of Steel. But either way, yeah, that's where I think it is. Either Toronto or maybe somewhere west. I would hope it's somewhere west, and I do believe that the franchise needs to have a bit of a return to roots. I know that Fallout 76 is adding a lot of classic weaponry, like for example, I think it's the P95 plasma caster was added back into the game, which is really awesome. I love that weapon. But yeah, it's going to take a little bit more than DLC weapons in Fallout 76, a game that I sort of dislike, for me to really think that Bethesda's going back to the roots of the franchise and trying to appease everybody. There's still a lot of Fallout fans, including myself, that feel somewhat alienated by Fallout 76, and I believe that Bethesda really need to follow in the footsteps of 343 Industries, who are the developers of Halo and some of the new Halo games, and their development of Halo Infinite, which is the next game coming out this year. They have tried to appease everybody by using features and an art style that is familiar to everybody, and using like gameplay features that not only blends with classic fans but also blends with new fans really nicely. And I feel like that's exactly what we need from the next Fallout game. We need decent writing, we need no more retcons, and we just need an entirely... Well, we need somewhat that Western formula that we kind of lost from Fallout. That's what I've really been missing from the newer Fallout games. That Western feeling. I think the only Western style of feeling that I've had from any game recently in the Fallout series was Fallout 4's Nuka World, and that was pretty good. But yeah, I feel like we need something Western, we need something that's well written, and we need something that doesn't retcon everything else in the franchise. Because if you keep on retconning everything, there's going to be nothing left of the original formula. What made Fallout special, if you keep on retconning stuff, will soon disappear. Anyway, let's continue with the video, according to the US map. Surely Maxon would not have a scope that large when the Brotherhood of Steel had... Alright, I've just been over this bit. would have surely had to focus on his own people's priorities before anything. That's another thing, right? I want to expand on this point a bit more. So obviously Maxon, I've already went over why I don't think it would make sense for Maxon to focus on West Virginia and people in West Virginia specifically, because he had his own priorities. But the Brotherhood is known throughout the franchise, or at least some of the earlier games, to be total douchebags to anybody that isn't their own. So why would he reach out? I feel like Fallout 76 in a way is too filled with hopium, where everybody's nice to each other. I'm not talking about the community here, by the way. The community is lovely, and I think that's great. But I'm talking about the NPCs and the stories in game. Everything is filled with hope. When Fallout 76 of all of the games should be the most desolate, should be the most, soul-crushing entry into the Fallout series because of how early it is after the bombs dropped. Instead, the entire map, bar a couple regions such as the Ash Heap, such as the Toxic Valley, such as the Cranberry Bog, and maybe even the Mire as well, I don't know. But most of these places, especially the forest actually, most of these places in the game, to me at least, look like they haven't been struck by one nuke. I'd say the only places that have are the biomes that I mentioned before. I think it's a decent idea to have like a Fallout map split into biomes like that, but it also feels a bit too, I don't know. Like, a lot of the map feels to me that it hasn't been touched by a nuclear apocalypse at all, so... Well, I mean, it would make money, considering, like, how many people here like the really depressing storylines in New Vegas? Put a 1 in the chat if you like that. I feel like, you know, keeping some of the hope-filled shit that Fallout 76 has is good, yes. Have more hope-filled stories, maybe make some of the characters more optimistic, make some of them nihilistic. I don't know if that's a real term. Pessimistic's probably the more accurate term to use. But, yeah, I just feel like it's, for so long, we have missed this desolate feeling in the Fallout franchise, and this was their chance to bring it back, and they didn't, so... Let's start with Fallout 4 in a nutshell. Yeah, like, never played New Vegas, you're banned from chat. Nah, I'm joking. Yeah, you should probably play it though. I love New Vegas. That's probably my favorite Fallout game. I'd say that, and I don't know if I like the classic games. The classic games are kind of in limbo because I can't make my mind up about them. But after that, definitely Fallout 3 and then Fallout 4. I've been playing a lot more Fallout 3 recently, and I've been really loving it a lot more than I originally did. So, hello Steel Sentinel. How would you feel about a gigantic war between the Brotherhood of Steel and the NCR somewhere in California for the next game set post Fallout 4 within the Brotherhood and Commonwealth? With the Brotherhood of the Commonwealth? Oh, well, I think the Brotherhood would probably be sticking to pinning down the Commonwealth as a base. I mean, obviously they still had people in the Capital Wasteland, I think, from Fallout 3. But yeah, I could see that happening, especially if they brought an airship. I think, if anything, I would really like... I'm going to pitch this to you now because it's something I'm writing. What if... the Brotherhood of Steel had such a high power in the Midwest, in Chicago, that their elder was so arrogant and so egotistical with how much technology and how much power the Brotherhood had in that region, that they completely chose to cut off what would become the Capital Wasteland, Brotherhood of Steel, and Lost Hills. But then, there's a mutiny, the elder is killed, and then the Sentinel of the chapter takes charge and tries to regain contact with Lost Hills and Capital Wasteland Brotherhood of Steel because of the rising threat of the Enclave coming back. That's kind of a story I'm writing. I don't want to spoil the entire thing, but that's something I'm thinking of. Classic games are cool, but low intelligence, build rules, everything. Yeah, is that when you're basically like, big metal man, We need the Enclave maybe for one final stand. I'd love to see more Enclave. The Enclave, like, in my opinion, in Fallout 3, got kind of butchered. In 76, they had potential, but it was butchered from the get-go. And in Fallout 4, they were just missing, which is weird. According to Fallout Wiki, leadership, like I did in my I've went over all of this. In Fallout 76 are using the rank when this actually happened. How from the original U.S. military. I've went over literally all of this. Taggedy of Taggedy's Thunder because of their desertion for treason against the U.S. Army. So basically, if you've watched the video, you know my reasons. You can go watch it if you want. Let me just close this tab. That's my YouTube thingy. Window capture. No, that's a gameplay capture. Where's it gone? There it is. Okay, so call in time. I'm gonna drag Spore Guy in. He's I'm hoping that he won't be on a mute. Hello Spore Guy, you're on the air. Spore Guy, are you there? I dragged him back into call-in because he wasn't there, I don't think. Appalachia wasn't a target for nukes due to low population, so I don't mind a more hopeful tone. Alright, well, that's your opinion. I would personally like the really brutal kind of thing that the brutal kind of feel that the first two Fallout games were going for, and a little bit of Fallout 3 in New Vegas as well. I feel like I really like what they were going for in those games. Especially the pit. I've really missed the sort of mood that the pit had. I really love the pit. Fallout Pennsylvania. Didn't Pennsylvania get trashed? Same in New York. Well, the thing is, that wouldn't really make sense to me, Steel Sentinel, because the Brotherhood from the Commonwealth / Capital Wasteland, they actually cut off Lost Hills, or at least Lost Hills cut off them because of Elder Lions deciding to aid the people of the Capital Wasteland instead of sticking to his original missions that the Brotherhood of Steel sent him there for. So I wouldn't really it wouldn't really make sense to me, and I feel like there might be a bit of tension between them. And it would lead to a Brotherhood Outcast style of situation like Fallout 3. So Maxon's Brotherhood is like, you know, the outcasts in this situation, and the Lost Hills Brotherhood are the usual Brotherhood. But yeah, I also feel like Maxon might be able to confront them and be like, yo, this is like not my doing. This was Elder Lions. He's a dick. Let's back in. I feel like that might work, but also I feel like this is just headcanon, but I would like the Brotherhood of Steel and the NCR to become peaceful once again. They actually had a pretty peaceful start off until Jeremy Maxon fucked it up. And after New Vegas, you can actually get them to reunite once again, and I think that would be a really cool idea. What if the Enclave reform themselves after being defeated 2 times? Well, that's kind of like the thing I'm going for. So, in my Fallout story, I wrote it so that the oil rig survivors were split into 2 camps. There was Navarro, and there was Camp Eridanus. Camp Eridanus was up in the mountains, whereas Navarro was at Navarro. Camp Eridanus was discovered by the NCR after the Wanderer left, and then they initiated something called Operation Eagle, where the entire Enclave force there departed for Charlie Stronghold, which was a stronghold, or somewhat of a last bastion, or like a last minute sort of plan B, I guess you could say, where they went to Chicago. And that was something I'm going to play into in my future of the story that I'm writing. So, and yeah, so with that, I suppose that's kind of like low quality, no quality saying there. The remnants, but bigger. And they'll be quite a powerful Enclave force. They'd be small and nimble, but they'd have the firepower. Like, I'm thinking, you know Stingrays, those like kind of plane things? Imagine the Enclave used them and turned them into bombers. And like, had dogfights with them and shit. That'd be so cool. But like, obviously I want it to be kind of small scale, so there'll only be 1 or 2. But they'd use them for taking out things like airships and for aerial raids, so like taking out vertibirds and stuff. started an Institute playthrough. I can never bring myself to do one of those. They're just too boring to me. They're really poorly written, in my opinion. Will Appalachia would probably be targeted since West Virginia is traditional in the military. Exactly, but like also, wouldn't Appalachia be targeted as well because of its high count of missiles and warheads? Like, surely the Chinese would have knew about that, especially if they had spies in West Virginia, which they did, by the way. That was revealed through the Wastelanders questline. There are literal Chinese remnants you can fight. Which I think is really awesome. Like, if we're gonna have early post-apoc Fallout games, Chinese remnants. Absolutely. I would fucking love those. Blowing stuff up is better. You sound like a super mutant. Blowing stuff up is better! Yeah, you know, I agree with what El Mansahero 2281 is saying. Yeah, I agree with that. Austin is better. Oh my god. It looks like Sterno's in the waiting hall, and I'm gonna drag Sterno in. Hey Sterno, what's going on, man?
Hey local, shouldn't you be banging rocks together or something?
Hey local, shouldn't you be banging rocks together or something? How you
Yo.
doing, man?
I'm doing great. I mean, besides school, but you know, school is school.
Fuck school. Stay at
Fuck
home.
school.
Play Fallout all day.
Do drugs.
Do drugs. Bang rocks
Black-
together. Yeah.
Black tar heroin.
Yeah. Yeah. Jet. Do jet.
Okay. So this is similar to the topic, but generally, how do you feel about like the Fallout 3 chapter of the Brotherhood being present, well, in Fallout 3? Since you know.
That's a good question. I disagree with the Brotherhood DC chapter, but I like the Outcasts because obviously one of them is a bit more OG, and the other one's like Lions-ified, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of it. I think it's very plausible that the Brotherhood would send a group of their own, like a chapter, to fight the Midwestern chapter if it ever existed, and then go to DC, because DC is like obviously got to be a powerhouse of technology.
The former capital.
Yeah, it's literally the former capital of the US. So yeah, I think it's plausible that the Brotherhood would send people there, especially in the time frame. It was like
I would say like the thing that makes the Fallout 3 BOS work and not the 76 is that the Fallout 3 BOS at least like did something exciting. We have a splitting. We have the bang rock together local gang. We have the hey let's be nice.
Yeah,
gang.
you have the r/nice guys and the hey local should you be banging rocks together or something guys, and I like that. They actually tried something like that with Steel Dawn, I think it was. There was a bit of a divide between two paladins in the West Virginian 1st Expeditionary Force, and that's something I like. I like that type of storytelling where you have to make a choice, but it's in the same faction. I like that type of storytelling. Yeah. But I
full on like Jedi and Sith.
Yeah. But I don't believe it really belonged in Fallout 76 of all places, because obviously I've made my case very clear. I don't believe that the Brotherhood of Steel belong in that game. But regarding the Fallout 3 Brotherhood of Steel, I have little to no issue with them really. I can see why some classic fans might disagree with it, but I think the writing is the classic fans, not the classic fans, the writing, sorry, is very plausible. It makes sense, and I like the divide. And honestly, if I'm being honest, I prefer the way the Brotherhood of Steel are written in Fallout 3 than the Enclave in Fallout 3. I feel like the Enclave were incredibly mishandled.
I feel like just the Enclave just became like a stereotype of their motive, because the Enclave in 2 were just like haha genocide.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go to something that the Spore Carrier says in chat. By the way, I see you in Collins, by the way. I'll drag you up in a sec when we're done talking to Sterno. It is a shame that we can't do more with the Outcasts. Especially when some of the only stuff you can do is give them technology and also do a pay-to-win DLC.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're like literally the only two things you can do with the Outcasts. But I suppose it kind of makes sense not to be able to do anything with them, because them OG Brotherhood, like, through and through. Like,
Yeah.
they don't give a shit about you. So, like, it makes sense, but it would also be nice.
Why you pull up on our turf?
Yeah, why aren't you banging rocks together? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so I'm going to let you go, man. Thanks for calling in.
It has been a pleasure.
Alright, see you later, man.
You too, big chungus.
Alright, I'm going to drag Spore Carrier up. The SS is a synth. Wait, is in the Secret Service based. I'm going to read chat before I do. This is my first Institute playthrough. I've done 7 other playthroughs. I don't even think that I did that many in Fallout 4. I did like 2 or 3 Brotherhood of Steel ones. Did I ever do a Railroad one? I can't remember. I definitely did a Minuteman one. But I absolutely remember doing the Brotherhood one over and over and over again because I love the shit to do with the Brotherhood in that game. Or at least I did. Nowadays, I'd probably need to go back and reevaluate my feelings on it because after some thought, I'm coming to like different conclusions in my head of like throughout every single Fallout game about how each faction is handled and how personally I would handle it and how you know I like it. And I've come to the conclusion, like I was speaking with Sterno before, I do not like the way the Enclave were handled in Fallout 3 whatsoever. They basically ruined the power armor lore with the way that it looks, and left it to the community to fix that later on, which led me to make my theory videos on the power armors and stuff. So like the difference between the XO1 and the Enclave Advanced, which is the video I'm probably most well known for, is my most popular one ever. And obviously I made a Mark II and a Hellfire one, but then also covered the other power armors and compared them all. And recently it has been confirmed that it is a Mark II version of the Enclave Advanced, which I'm very happy about. And yeah, I'm glad they're not the same ones, because one looks significantly better than the other in my opinion. It sucks we never got to join the Enclave. I sense their leadership was evil, but the troops weren't necessarily bad in fighting for their country. Yeah, I agree, Vincent. By the way, welcome to the chat, by the way. Hope you're doing well today, my friend. I agree there. I do think it would be very cool to join the Enclave. I've actually had thoughts in the past, like, you know, Fallout's one thing that is a constant on my mind. Like, I've got, like, a triumvirate in my head of, like, 2 or 3 different IPs that just constantly like switch out of my head every single day, and obviously my own stuff that I'm writing, and that consists of Fallout, Halo, and Star Wars. They're like the 3 things in my head that just keep me going every day. And one thing that I've kind of thought of and procrastinated a couple of years ago about was the possibility of joining the Enclave in the game, but there's a massive but here, and it's not mine. They betray you in the end. So they use you, but then they're like, oh, we have no longer any use for your services. Goodbye, and they kill you. And then that could possibly lead to another ending, or like another part of the story, where you're working against the Enclave now, and working with somebody else. Or like, you know, they patched you up and you're trying to make your way back, or maybe even try to take control yourself. And you start like an uprising or something. But I think that betrayal would be so fucking cool. So you start doing quests for the Enclave and working with the Enclave and maybe get a couple companions out of it. You get all this cool tech. And in the end, they just fucking dispose of you. But then you survive. And then you can basically do whatever the fuck you want. I think that'd be so cool. That would be such a cool Enclave questline to do in a Fallout game. It's surreal. I would love that so much. Let me know what you think of that in the chat, by the way. I absolutely love that idea, and that's something that I really, really want to see happen someday. That would be so cool. Anyway, I'm going to drag up Spore Carrier, so if you're listening, Spore Carrier, I'm about to drag you up. Let me just get a drink, because I'm parched. Yeah, they are literally the trifecta of my mind. Okay, so. Hello, Spore Carrier. Are you here this time? Oh. He went back into Collins. Did it kick him out? Wait. Yo, dude. Yeah, is it kicking him out? This is fucking pain. Everyone can view the channel. Connect speak. Wait, why is it just kicking him out every single time? Unless he's leaving. Because it wasn't doing this before. Well, I would like it where we don't get betrayed by the Enclave, but maybe another character is an Enclave soldier. That would be cool as well. Like, say, you know, you suffered a head injury, cliche, and you wake up and you're just doing your shit around the wasteland, but then you eventually find out that you used to be an Enclave soldier, and from there you can either choose to rejoin the Enclave, or you can go someplace elsewhere. But if it's discovered during the main quest and you're working with, say, the Brotherhood of Steel, they turn on you. They kick you out. That'd be cool. Yeah, his mic's muted, but that's because he's in call-in, and call-in automatically mutes you. For some reason it keeps on kicking him out of the call center. Wait, am I in the call center? Yeah, I'm in the call center, yeah. Yo, dude.
That'd be cool.
I just heard myself, and yeah, the sport carrier, I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. It says you don't have permission to speak? Yeah, dude. Totalitarian thing. View channel. Create invite, connect. Well, it says that there's permission to speak for everybody. Mute members, deafen members, move members, manage permissions, no, manage channel. Wait, what if I make it so that everybody can connect? I'll tell you what, I'll make it so that you have... Okay, so what's your name again? The Spore Carrier. Alright, the Spore Carrier. You can view the channel. You cannot manage perms, you cannot do that. You can connect, you can speak. You cannot use video. Voice activity, I'm gonna leave that blank, I don't really know what that means. Priority speaker. Mute members, nope. Alright, save. Okay. There we go.
Here, can you hear me?
Yo, what's up, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, I don't know what was happening before. Sorry about that. That's never happened.
No, you're. I don't use Discord very often, so I'm not.
It's
I'm
all
not
good.
Used to anything.
So
yeah.
What do you want to say? You got anything on your mind?
Yeah, a few things. First off, I just wanted to say I just recently came across your channel, and I've been just binge watching all your videos lately. So I just want to say great job, and keep up the content. I'm really enjoying it.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, the inclusion of the Brotherhood in Appalachia was really annoying for me, because when 76 first got announced, I was really excited because 25 years after the bombs dropped in West Virginia, it just felt like it was the perfect setting to do something completely brand new. And the main criticism that old fans really have with Bethesda, and a lot of criticisms that I generally tend to have, is that they just seem so scared to really make new factions and new interesting storylines. And now the East Coast is completely dominated of everything from the West Coast. And I just hate this idea that even when they wrote it in that it seemed like a game should have its own unique factions and stories, they still wanted to bring the Brotherhood of Steel in, still wanted to have that same storyline. And I don't know, it's kind of annoying, because it really makes the story of the Brotherhood of Steel just kind of convoluted now and just messy, because now you have this Appalachia chapter that just doesn't, it never gets mentioned in any other game, you know? Like, what happened to them now? This is supposed to be the earliest on the timeline.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with literally everything you've said there. And I do agree that this has definitely thrown a wrench in the Brotherhood's history. And it made researching for my most recent video, which was a history of the Brotherhood of Steel, it made researching that video and getting the facts right so anxiety-inducing, because I didn't know which was, like, new lore or old lore. Was this, like, retcon from 76? Should I include it? Will people get pissed off? Because that's something that's happened to me in the past. Some people are like, oh, well, 76 isn't canon. Well, that hasn't been confirmed, obviously. But people seemed really upset with the fact that I spoke about 76 and, like, kind of included it in my lore videos before. And especially this time, like, I wasn't even peer pressured into this. This just felt wrong. I did not want to mention the Brotherhood's Appalachian chapter whatsoever in my video, because, if anything, it just feels like a taint. And I understand exactly how you felt, when you realized that the Brotherhood of Steel were going to be in this game. It was pretty much the exact same feeling as me. I felt kind of, being a blind Fallout fan back in the day, I was like, oh, fuck yeah, Brotherhood, fuck yeah, Enclave, you know, I was totally fine with all that shit. But then I became more dedicated to the lore, and dedicated to the stories that I've been told. And I went back and played the old games and stuff, and I ended up thoroughly enjoying them. And this was even after I played New Vegas. But yeah, I didn't have much of an issue until I found out the way they did it. And people were like, okay, well, this is the issue I have, and this is where it doesn't really make sense for me. I was like, well, that's a good point, and I agree. And yeah, it slowly turned from, like, a kind of neutral feeling to a sour feeling. Like, I just kind of feel almost disappointed that they had to shoehorn them in, and I totally agree that they should have had some more OG, like, factions. I don't think it's like they're necessarily afraid to. It's just they're out of ideas. I mean, we have, like, going back to, like, Fallout 3, we have Riley's Rangers,
Talon Company.
Talon Company, yeah.
I mean,
in
even Fallout 4, you had the Gunners, yeah.
Yeah, the Gunners, you have the Railroad, you have the Institute, like, so many really cool factions that could have been expanded on greatly. And then Fallout 76, you even have, like, the Responders and the Settlers versus the Raiders in the Wastelanders questline. All of that stuff.
That was really good. I really like that.
I really like that as well. I never finished the Wastelanders questline, but I did spoil it for myself, and I really fucking enjoyed it. Like, honestly, we need more of that in Fallout, and especially in 76, where you could literally revive what is, to me, a bit of a disappointing game, especially with the Brotherhood. But yeah, like, honestly, I wouldn't say they're, like, scared to, it's just they don't really have many ideas. And I think the more time they have to sit and think on this and develop DLC and see what people like and dislike about 76 and pretty much listen to everybody,
right,
the more they'll start to develop more original ideas. Because I definitely agree with you. Personally, if I was to change Fallout 3 in any way, I would love to see some more tribal factions, like the tribals from Point Lookout. I think that was really cool.
Yeah. You mentioned some of the other factions. One of the factions that they came up with that I think would be really, I personally would really like to see be expanded on more, and I think could make a really great antagonist for a future game. I really want to explore more of the Children of the Atom.
Oh,
I think,
yes.
Yeah, I think they can make a really good villain, like a really good antagonist in an upcoming game. And again, it's just a very interesting faction that kind of is like a set decoration in a lot of their games, but not really a whole lot of lore connected to them.
Yeah.
Not really a whole lot of quests, that they offer. And it's just a good idea, but nothing, all show, but no substance.
Yeah, that's actually a really great idea, though. I didn't even think of that, because to me, I've always kind of pushed the Children of Atom to the back of my mind. Like you said, they've always been kind of like a set decoration. They're not really present in Fallout 3, but they kind of are. And in Fallout 4, they've grown exponentially. And I think in Fallout 4, they became a little bit of a loose connection to the main quest. Like, obviously, they're in the glow and shit. But,
right.
Yeah, I would love to see that. Maybe, like, thinking off the top of my head here, like, maybe they see something as, like, Holy Land or something, and they have a bunch of zealots that are, like, trying to fucking kill you over like this holy relic that they have or something. That could make for
Yeah.
like, I don't think it would make a good main quest. Like, I probably need to sit and think of how to implement them into a main quest. But for a side quest, that could be very good, especially like a bigger side quest, like
Right.
Children of Atom Zealots trying to track you down and shit, kind of like the Legion Assassins from New Vegas, and trying to get like a religious artifact from you or something. I think that would be
Yeah.
so fucking cool.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential in that. And I'm actually like writing just a story like taking place in where I'm from, and I kind of have the Children of Atom being like the main antagonist, just because I think there's a lot of story there that they could explore, and like we already mentioned, with so many of their factions that they've come up with that they haven't explored themselves. I just think there's a lot of potential for a lot of rich storytelling that I would like to see in more of their future games.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there, and I'm really happy that you're kind of exploring the Children of Atom, because they are, like, the more I think of it, the more interesting they get to me. And I definitely think that Bethesda really need to kind of step into the light a bit and stop using, or like, well, don't stop like completely using them. Maybe kind of let them have a bit of a backseat for a while, but stop using so many Western influences. Like, I think the only Western factions we could really need in a future Fallout game are like Enclave. And
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they were to do like any West Coast factions, to the extent that I'd like to see them, like in the future games, like for the Brotherhood of Steel for example, if they're going to continue to have their games be like on the East Coast or at least far away from them, from the West Coast, I think the best way they should deal with factions like the Brotherhood of Steel or the Enclave is to basically do what New Vegas did with them. You know,
yeah,
have them there. You know, have their own quest lines, but don't. I don't think they should be integral to the main quest line of the game.
absolutely. I completely agree there. I think depending on the time frame as well. I wouldn't mind the Brotherhood being there if it was late in the time frame, but since 76 is so early on, that's why it takes so much of an issue with it. Like, if it was very late in the timeline, say like it took place around Fallout 3, I'd be fine with it. In fact, I'd probably really like it. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's the only reason I take issue with any of it personally. Like, it's literally just timing, and that's the only reason I have an issue with it. Because I think a good way to implement them into the story, say if it was around the time of Fallout 3, or maybe even earlier, is that they're like remnants who kind of split away from the DC chapter, or the future DC chapter, while they were traveling there from the Midwest and stuff like that. Kind of like what Asher is to the Pit. But
Yeah.
it's like kind of like their own sub-faction in West Virginia, and their influence has kind of grown a bit in their recruiting and stuff. That's how I could see something like that working.
Yeah, I agree. I think that'd be pretty interesting. And similar to kind of like the Outcasts too, I'm actually a little disappointed that Fallout 4 kind of confirmed that the Outcasts rejoined, Maxon's chapter.
Yeah.
Because I thought seeing them kind of going off and being their own rogue chapter would have been really cool to explore in the future as well.
Yeah, it's I really like the Outcasts as a faction, but personally, that's where you and I are gonna disagree, because I think the reunion of the Brotherhood from Fallout 3 into Fallout 4's Commonwealth chapter is something that I really like. I like the fact that Maxon is a strong enough leader to not only know how to tactically take care of the Institute, but to also reunite the Outcasts with the original Brotherhood members, and to focus on their old missions, which I think is exactly why I really have a bit of a distaste towards Lyons and his Brotherhood. But I don't necessarily disagree with them being there.
Yeah, Maxon's chapter definitely has the best of both ideologies with the Brotherhood, with priority being the preservation of technology, but still allowing, recruits and the sharing of technology, but not so much.
Yeah, absolutely. I also think that they shouldn't be connected to the original Lost Hills one, because obviously, if you've done any deep diving into the DC Brotherhood, you'll know that after Lyons basically tried to hide it from them that he was helping the Wastelanders and not focusing on his mission, that's when they cut him off. And when they cut him off, that basically meant that entire eastern chapter of the Brotherhood was on their own. And I think it'd be
Right.
really cool to see them go back one day and possibly meet up with the Lost Hills Brotherhood, say in like the Midwest or something. So it's kind of like both factions are coming halfway, somewhere later in the timeline. So like maybe the 2290s or the 2300s, and we're seeing both of these factions kind of have like an Outcast and an OG style of, I guess you could say, conflict. Again, so it's kind of like Outcast 2.0 from Fallout 3, but in this future imaginary Fallout game. And I think that would be something that would be smart to keep around.
Yeah.
Because I'm not entirely sure if Maxon actually made contact with the Lost Hills Brotherhood of Steel.
I believe he did. I believe there's something in the game that says that he did. Because I think they actually gave their like approval for him to be the elder of the East Coast, if I remember correctly. Maybe the chat knows.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure because I didn't really see any of it when I was doing my research for my video, but I might be wrong. If let's say hypothetically he never did and he was kind of just on his own, going back to the Midwest and meeting them again could put them in that exact like Outcast and OG situation that they were in Fallout 3, and I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
But like if he did, then it's tossed that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That I might just be misremembering. I'm not even sure if I saw it in game or if I read it on Wikipedia. I don't remember.
I think Fallout Wiki is a pretty trusty source, so even if you read it there, like that means you're right. I'm gonna actually have a look at that right now. But anyway, if you've got nothing else to say, I'll let you go. If that's
perfect.
Alright by you. Thanks for calling in,
absolutely.
man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course, dude. And thank you for the kind words at the start, and I hope you stick around, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Alright. Cheers, man. Take it easy.
Yeah.
He's really nice. I like him. I love when I'm meeting new people in like my little nimble community or whatever. Not to sound big brain or whatever the fuck. I'm gonna search this up real quick. Fallout 4 Brotherhood of Steel. So that's IGN. The Brotherhood of Steel and the Fallout Wiki. Okay, so contents, divisions and locations. Chicago detachment. Montana. Wait, do they actually have a Appalachia, the Commonwealth? The Commonwealth, that's what I'm looking for. Montana. What the fuck is in Montana? The following is based on bugged content and Fallout 3. While eating their meals, Elder Owen Lyons will speak to the Brotherhood, quoting the words of Elder Patroclus of the Montana bunker. So there's a bunker in Montana. That's cool. Whereabouts is Montana located on the US map, I wonder? Montana is a US state that's next to Wyoming and Idaho. So Montana is like, oh, it's not even too far from Washington. So that kind of confirms my theory of like other groups splitting off from the original DC chapter as they traveled across the states. Oh, that's not Washington DC. That's like Washington. Unless they're the same thing and I'm just stupid. Because that's on the West Coast. Oh, so yeah, it's like near Oregon, yeah, okay, I could see that making sense, yeah. I think the Brotherhood probably had a presence in Montana a bit more than a bunker, but you know. I was curious, I never noticed that before. So, Commonwealth, Pridman. So, I'm looking for Maxon. Where's Maxon? Elder Maxon. Elder Arthur Maxon. Brotherhood registration MX001E is the last descendant of the Maxon lineage. He served as a squire in the Citadel in 2277 and is currently the supreme commander of the East Coast chapter of the Brotherhood in 2287. Later life. The key change in Arthur Maxon's life came with the adolescence and death of elders Owen Lyons and Sarah Lyons. Oh, I didn't know Sarah became an elder. Huh. Maybe I'm just stupid. While the crumbling Lions Brotherhood of Steel chafed the ineffectual leadership of one elder after another, Maxon rapidly developed his talents, the potential inside awakening. In 2279, at the age of 12, he managed to kill 2 raiders on a training patrol, saving the squad that was supposed to escort him. Badass, dude. A year later, he managed to single-handedly kill a Deathclaw at the age of 13? Are you fucking shitting me? This guy's a chad. Taking grave wounds in the process and a disfiguring scar that marred his face forever. That's a scar that he has in the game. Okay. That's actually really cool. I like that. His key achievement came in 2282 at the age of 15 when he killed a super mutant leader named Shepard who was trying to reorganize the remnants of the Capital Wasteland super mutant infestation. I actually quite like the fact that super mutants are in DC. That's probably a hot take to a lot of classic Fallout fans. This achievement is revealed another secret, that the West Coast Elders are still monitoring their errant brethren. Oh, wow, they're being monitored? The West Coast Elders were still monitoring their errant brethren. With Maxon's achievement came leadership and a promotion to Provisional Elder. Though young, Maxon was ready to lead and reunite the fragmented Brotherhood of Steel forces on the East Coast. He proved his ability in 2283 when he broke into peace with the Brotherhood outcasts, reintegrating them into the Brotherhood of Steel. The 16-year-old Maxon was proving himself as an effective diplomat and a warrior. The full force of the Brotherhood of Steel appointed Arthur Maxon as the Elder, the youngest in Brotherhood of Steel history. So he's what, like 16, 17? He's fucking younger than me. And the supreme commander of the entire Brotherhood of Steel, with the ability to strike anywhere on the East Coast because of the Pridwin, launched just a year before his rise to power. So I'm going to assume that Spore Carrier was actually right in saying that Maxon regained contact with the Lost Hills Brotherhood. Because it says there that they were still monitoring them, and with Maxon's achievement came leadership and a promotion to Provisional Elder. But who gave that promotion? Was it the... excuse me. Was it like the Paladins of the East Coast? Or was it Lost Hills? Because Lost Hills are still watching them. So... Maxon was a Sarah Lyons simp. I would simp for her. She's kind of badass. Far Harbor did wonders for the children, madam. I kind of agree there, yeah. I think it'd be cool to see them in future Fallout games. Maybe a game where we can know more about the Circle of Steel. That would be very interesting. Can I go off on a Fallout what if? Yeah, feel free to ditch it in the comments. Hello, Paul. Nice to see you. Montana is close to the western region. Alright, thank you guys for clarifying, by the way. Far Cry 4 got the countryside very well. It's beautiful, though. I've never played Far Cry before. I think the only Far Cry game I've played is Primal. As you know, one of the outcasts says Saskatchewan. That's a province in Canada. Of course, the Canadians saying that. Yeah, there's a lot of different references to, like, obviously Ronto is the big one to Canada. So I'm thinking in the future sometime we will see the Brotherhood of Steel, or not the Brotherhood of Steel, sorry, like a Fallout game in Toronto. I'm hoping. Because they could take the typical Canadian stereotype and make it so it's really snowy and there's lots of maple syrup. They could Fallout the Frontierify it. Obviously that doesn't include the stuff they're cutting out of it, but it includes the setting. Maxon was named unofficial Elder when he integrated the Outcasts back and then somehow got into contact with the West Coast and they supported him to be Elder. Okay, thank you, Daniel. Welcome to the chat, by the way. Oh, Silent One. Nice. You didn't miss the stream this time. Anyway, let me check if anybody's waiting to call in. I don't think there is. But yeah, I think Spore Carrier was right in what he said. So, with that, that's pretty much all of my arguments for why the Brotherhood of Steel aren't in Fallout or shouldn't be in Fallout 76. Sorry. If there's one thing I do want to touch on next with this type of series that I'm doing, a Wanderer's Perspective, obviously I've done quite a few of these. I've done like 2 or 3 of these. One of which was on The Mandalorian. The other one was on the fact that Wastelanders got delayed. And I think I'd like to focus more on stuff that's like not news or like stuff like that, but more in-game stuff that I agree/disagree with. And maybe the same with Star Wars. I do plan to make one of these on the Bad Batch. I really want to talk about that show. I feel like it's very interesting. But yeah, I think my next one will probably be on the Enclave in Fallout 3 and why I dislike it. I think that would be a good one. Bethesda wanted to make a multiplayer game, and 100% Todd didn't want to do it without his baby Elder Scrolls, so he said Fallout lol. Pretty much. Wasn't Canada annexed by the US? Yes, and that means that a lot of US stuff like power armor and shit like that would probably be over in Canada. You'd see a lot of familiarity if it was set in Canada. Hello, 06 Merc. Fallout 76 is not a Fallout game. Made me lose hope in Fallout. I've definitely felt that kind of that loss of hope. I felt that, but at the same time, I haven't lost hope because they keep on integrating things that gives me a little bit of hope for the future of the franchise. For example, they're adding a lot of classic weaponry, and Wastelanders was pretty well written. And even the fact that I disagree with the Fallout 76 Brotherhood of Steel even existing, Steel Rain and Steel Dawn were pretty well written. So, yeah. More of that, please, but make it make sense. I'm just sick and tired of retcons. I really am. I don't even care about 76 as a game at this point. Like, it's just the retcons that really get under my skin. I just wish they didn't have to retcon so much shit all the time. It could easily be avoided. They could have just been another military unit without the BOS label and been more law-friendly. I agree. Like, I suppose Target East Thunder. Maybe like an expanded version of that. That would have made so much more sense. But either way, should we do some gaming? What do you guys think? And we can just kind of talk about this while I play some games. The beta team is trying to fix 76 to make it at least a bit more law-friendly while trying to please Daddy Todd and the fan base. I more disagree with the writing. I don't have any shit to give for the devs. Like, they released a really poor launched game, and they've been fixing it up ever since. Whether it's like fixed or not now, it doesn't matter. Like, I know what it's like to be a game dev because I'm learning in that industry. So I know how stressful it can be to make a game sometimes, and I can't imagine the amount of stress that some of the rookies over in Dallas were feeling when they were making this game. And yeah, I wouldn't pin the shit on the devs and more on the people who are choosing to add all of these weird ways to monetize the game, such as like buyable fridges and shit like that, and the overpriced item shop, and yeah, I mainly my only gripe with the game at this point is literally Emil Pegularulo. He's the bane of my fucking existence right now, especially after Fallout 4. Like, I genuinely do not like that guy's writing whatsoever. There was a couple times in Fallout 3 where I thought it was really cool, but 76 and 4, Jesus. How do I spell his name again? I'm gonna Google him. Emil Pegularulo. Emil Pegularulo is a developer who worked at Bethesda Softworks on Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and Fallout 76 as lead designer. He was credited with special effects on Fallout New Vegas as a writer on Fallout Shelter. Wait, who's the writer then? So if this guy isn't the writer, I've always thought this guy was the writer. Wait, who wrote Fallout 76? Wait. Fallout 76 is a narrative prequel to previous Fallout games. It's set in an alternate history and takes place in 21. So does that mean it's not canon? Does that mean it's not canon? If it's set in an alternate history, what does that say to you? My day's just been fucking made if that's the case. Set in an alternate history and takes place in 2102. This is on Wikipedia though. Am I to trust this? Or alternate history, or alternative history, or simply alt-hist, sometimes abbreviated as AH, is a genre of speculative fiction consisting of stories in which one or more historical events occur differently. These stories usually contain what-if scenarios. Dude. They're probably gonna pull a tactics on this. And if so, my day is fucking made. Is this... I don't know if this is trustworthy or not. Oh, hey Bonk, by the way. F-76 and it is as and isn't canon. Bethesda never said if it's canon or not. Well, right here it says it's in an alternative history. So, from what I understand, I'm going to put it in the same vein as Tactics, where some events are canon and some are not. I've just got my fingers crossed that includes the Brotherhood of Steel being not canon. Because holy shit have they made a mess of that. But, my god, if that is the case, my day's just been made. Because I like pretty much everything else in that game. I'd be totally fine with everything else if the Brotherhood didn't fucking exist in it. That's groundbreaking. I didn't even know that. I didn't know it was set in an alternate history. It's saying it's in the Fallout universe and not ours. Oh fuck, my bad. I'm stupid. Nah, I'm being stupid here. Nah. Yeah, I misread it. It basically means it's set in an alternate history to our timeline. That's disappointing. So yeah, I guess I thought that was like the smoking gun. That was like, oh yeah, Bethesda have said that it's like alternate to the Fallout timeline. But yeah. I mean, I know they've already confirmed that the Atom Shop isn't going to be canon, but dude, I'm praying that the Brotherhood of Steel isn't. Because they've really made the Brotherhood of Steel's history, like Spore Carrier said, very convoluted. Everything's set in the shelter, Fallout Shelter universe. That's true. Anyway, I'm gonna boot up a game. What game? I've been meaning for the longest time to finish playing Fallout 1. So I'm going to start it again because I messed up a playthrough. Let me share my screen. Game capture. Can you guys see that? No. Ah, why is it like that? I'm hoping it'll go into full screen. Will it? Probably. Let's make a new game. Oh, did it deafen you guys? Sorry about that. Let me turn it down. My bad. I forgot I had it on full blast. There we go. So is it going to stay like 1024 in 761, or do I have to share my entire screen? I don't really want to do that, but if it comes to it, it will. Ah, fuck it. Let's just do display capture. God damn it, into play. Deafening us. So question is, what do I want to spec into? I'd really like to go for a power armor build. So I love doing big guns and power armor builds. But what do you guys think? Why is it so small, dude? Yeah, this is mega trolling. Give me 1 sec. Let me center that. Alright, so it's not like truly centered, but it'll do. Age 25. Well, I'm 18 right now, so let's make myself 18. I'll name myself Chad Thundercock. Oh, I can't make a Chad Thundercock because it's too long. Mr. C Thundercock. No! Mr. Thunder. Cock. No! Okay, just Thundercock. Yes! Based. Thundercock, age 18 mil. Done. I'm getting a bit of a frame issue here. Okay, so big strong boy. Perception. Does perception really matter? Bad. Intelligence. Remember, guy pretty intelligent. Less agile. Shit luck. Fate. Karma. An extremely high or low luck will affect the character somehow. Events and situations will be changed by how lucky or unlucky your character is. So do I really want to do that, or... It's making very lucky, very strong, very enduring. And let's add the last point we have into strength. Wonder it's 13 years old. Thundercock for the win. Indeed, boys. Jeffrey Musk build. Joe Gloves. Thundercock is very lucky. What can I say? They don't call him Thundercock. It's like Long Dick Johnson, but Thundercock. Alright, I'm gonna spec into... big guns. Energy weapons. Small guns. What do you guys think? That seems like a solid build to me. Oh, and we get to choose an optional trade. Fast shot. You don't have time to aim for a targeted attack. Because you attack faster than normal people, it costs you 1 less action point to use a weapon. That is going to be so much more help using weapons that require a lot of action points. By some strange twist of fate, people around you die violently. You always see the worst way a person can die. That's pretty funny. Gifted? You have more innate abilities than most. So you have not spent as much time... What does that say? I don't know. Your skills. Your primary statistics are each +1, but you lose 10% on all skills to start. And receive 5 less skill points per level. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Spend more time improving your skills than a normal person. You start with better skill levels. The trade-off is that you do not gain as many extra abilities. You will gain a perk every 4 levels. Is that decent? Molester. That's funny as fuck. No luck. All skill. You have to turn on power on to use it. The power the power gen is a shipwrecked boat. What are you guys talking about? Oh, I've only got it on top chat. Maybe it's in live chat. Is Canadian looking for something? Oh, the workshop's in the boat, yeah. I'm happy with those. Hello, Jacorian.
You're here. Good. We've got a problem. A big one. The controller chip for our water purification system has given up the ghost. Can't make another one, and the process is too complicated for a workaround system. Simply put, we're running out of drinking water. No water, no vault. This is crucial to our survival. And frankly, I think you're the only hope we have. You need to go find us another controller chip. We estimate we have 4 to 5 months before the vault runs out of water. We need that chip. We marked your map with the location of another vault. Not a bad place to start, I think. Look, just be safe. Okay?
Let's go. I don't want to fight any death claws in this game. Those is very scary, true. I don't like the way the old doors open. I like the new one so much better. He looks worse than kings in medieval eras. He looks like the link between humans and apes. Why is everybody roasting? Actually, he deserves it. The bastard deserves it. You see bones. You search the bones. Oh, we got some ammo and a knife. Well, I've already got a knife, but I could sell it. Inventory. I don't want to waste ammo just yet. What's that? Lockpicks, flares, stimpaks, JHPs, 2mm pistol. I'll put my pistol there. Hell yeah. The Polynesian Spa. Dude, I love Tamara Morrison. He's like my favorite actor of all time. And that's not just because I love the Clone Troopers or anything. Dude, just fucking hit a shot, dude. Finally. Is there anything in these caves that I should be like, oh, I gotta get those, or, oh, a combat time. Yeah, cause like I used to do a stealth build, so I don't have auto running. Wonder is a gutless simp. Shut the fuck up, man. Fallout, become monkey. First time in your life you're looking at the outside world. Is there anything inside the bones? No. Okay, let's go to Vault 15. I love classic Fallout. Hey, look at my mouse, dude. I love shady sounds. Shady sounds. It's such a vibe to me. Come on, New Zealand, try something new. You know how badly I want a Fallout 3 and New Vegas collection for Switch? That'd be pretty dope. Hey boys, guess who's just got here? What did I miss? Hey Minuteman! We've basically just finished with the whole debate side, so now we're just chilling playing some Fallout 1. I see a peasant.
Greetings. Your business in Shady Sands might be... Wanderer, I shall believe you, for now. You may enter Shady Sands, but be warned, your every move will be watched. Certainly. What do you wish to know? Junktown lies south of here, though there is little in the way of visitation. From stories, I'm certain there are cities south of that. Certainly. What do you wish to know? Oh my, yes. Great packs of rad scorpions are killing our herds. We don't know where they're from, and no matter how many we kill, there's always more. And now the monsters are attacking my people. Roslo is trying to find a cure for their poison, but I'm not sure how it goes.
I can help you for a price.
As Dharma said, those who tend their own flock know the shepherd. Yes. Please, talk to Roslo. He possesses far more information on these creatures than I.
I'd love to be like a ruthless kind of bounty hunter style of character. So sad I missed the debating. I wanted to go join in because this chaos and destruction of make people mad at each other. There wasn't really much debating. It was more like a civil conversation about just some like what we agree on, what we disagree on. Not too much. They seem to be extremely large versions of the North American Emperor Scorpion. Contrary to my medical knowledge, their poison has grown more potent. Let me go back up. More potent, not diluted. As I would suspect, Seth has been hunting them, which helps more some of my tests. Okay. And how such a large creature can even be possible in natural evolution, or even radiation-induced mutation, is beyond me. Doc Morbid in Junktown taught me some. And just because we live in stone huts doesn't mean we are less intelligent or educated. Have a nice day. Oh, dude, that's funny as fuck. Okay. Great Fallout challenge run. Fallout 1, but you only have 1 day to find the water chip. That would be fucking terrifying. I guess let's go fight the rad scorpions. That's Vault 15. Let's just go back to the entrance. I think it's actually, there's nothing around the wall. There's something over here, though. I know if you travel down the town, you can get a rope. That'll come in handy. Toilet. There's like an outhouse, right? Yeah, there's something over here. Sounds like a Mitten Squad video. I went over and trampled this guy's crops for no other reason than my own pleasure. There's a well. Yeah, 2 little waters splat in my vault. Yeah, the rope's in here. There it is. It's on the floor. A sledgehammer? I didn't even know that was here. I want to take a sledgehammer. I'm not even expecting the melee weapons and I want that. What's that? A tool. Sledgehammer. Yo! That's so sick! There's nothing else over here, I don't think. Anything in the corner? No. Fallout 1 but for PS1, I would love that. Like that old low poly 3D model type of style that we're going for in the 90s. Love that. I saw Fallout New Vegas for PS1, that was great. No, I killed the entirety of Shady Shans. Shit. I can't speak today, what the fuck is wrong with me? And I killed the entirety of Shady Shans for a single tomato. Actually, it's called a tato. So I killed the entirety of Shady Shans for a tomato. I can't speak. I'm too fucking tired. Stayed up till 2 AM on both nights and I'm just feeling shattered. So where is the cave? Wait, can you ask anybody on the location of the cave? Can I ask this guy? That's how you get out of the caves. Time to smash some rad scorpions with a sledgehammer, dude. .10mm ammo. Is this a dangerous idea? Should I save? I feel like I should save. Fart. Farty farts. Very original name. How do you change this again? That's pause. You can change it to different one, unless there's no other setting. Like, how do you get the VATS thing up? I missed! Smacked him. Thundercock smashing rad scorpions, true. Oh, the other one, the swing, that's 3 action points, so I could use that. I missed. Finally! Can't you use these to get the poison thing? Hehehe, poggers. It's just me next. Hello. Shady Shansh. Yeah, I cannot fucking speak, dude. Like, honestly, my tongue is against me today. It's really bad. Oh, some 10mm, is that right? Yeah, 10mm. think there's anything else in the bone pile. Keep hog. True. Oh, he's gonna walk towards me, and I'm gonna hit him on the head. Watch this. Why? Yes! We got that double hit there. Ah! You had to miss, dude. Hello, Valak. Nice to see you. I've never seen you around here before. What's going on, man? You missed kind of the bulk of the stream. Now we're just kind of chilling, playing Fallout 1. And me having the inability to speak, because, well, I can't fucking speak. So do I need the stingers for something? Do I take them back to, Raslo? I feel like I do. YouTube is saying that Wanderer is playing Fallout 76. Hell yeah, look at this. 16 times the detail. True. Dude, Chad Thundercock, looking Chad as fuck. Is there anything else in these corners? You gotta be thorough, you gotta be thorough. No, there is gonna be more of these somewhere. Yeah, there's another scorpion over there. There's another... Oh, Jesus, there's a lot of them. Okay. Let's go! Bonk is brilliant. I love Bonk. There's a scorpion over here, so I guess we should take him out first. Yep. It's combat time, it's combat time. Welcome to the danger zone. Why? I actually set it to Fallout 76 myself, because we were talking about Fallout 76, so I should probably change it to Fallout 1 now. Hit for 2 points. Would you marry Bonk? No. Please just hit! Fucking hit! You've got a sledgehammer, it can't be that hard. I'll tell you what. The bots marked all of the old Titan Tunes videos as Apex Legends videos. Gonna eat some pizza, nice man. I'm actually eating some pizza tomorrow. I got some buddies coming around and we're gonna group watch The Mandalorian. Because some of us haven't seen it yet. I'm really excited. It's not often I have my friends around at my house, so... I should probably stim pack. Let me do that. Remember boys. Smart ones, stim pack. Can you trade with anybody in Shady Shans? Shady Shans, I fucking did it again. I swear I've got like dyslexia or some shit. Huh? I meant to click the guy. You gain 17 current hit points. Alright, sick. That'll do. Baby Yoda. Nice, it's a good show. I agree. I absolutely love Season 1 and Season 2. I cannot wait for future seasons of The Mandalorian. I really love Star Wars a lot. Imagine if somebody's Splitgate content was marked as Halo. Or like Portal 2. That'd be so funny. I'd love that. Oh, he's 2 out of shit. Alright, well we got... Get fisted by the might of Chad Thundercock. Let's go. It might just be your charisma at 3 while you getting Shady Sands wrong. True. It's all in the character build, guys. All in the character build. Okay, I don't want to get overwhelmed at this next bit, so... May God help us all. Do I use a stim pack again, or do I not? I can use it mid-combat, it's fine. Alright, if I hug the right wall, I can sneak. Okay, so he's gonna see me. He's gonna get real close. And then I can use my trusty sledgehammer, the fist of fucked, to to kick his ass. Yeah, that's how we do it. That's how we do it in Thunder Cocktown. In Thunderville, in Cockville. Cockville. Quickville, more like Cockville. Oh, we got a 1% chance to hit. Fuck that. Yeah, I've heard good things about Splitgate, but I've never played it, so... Tell you what, since there's... Oh, there's 2 over there and there's 2 there. Okay. Well, I'll head here and piss him off. You're gonna sting me a couple times. And now I can whip out my trusty fist of fucked. Oh, dude, by the way, any typo negative fans in chat. Dead Again, the 2007 album, just got released on Spotify, and it is, so good. So good. I'm so happy that they released that. Fuck Fortnite. There might not be campaign of... Campaign? Dude, Chris. What the fuck are you reading, bro? It's not campaign they're leaving out. Why would they leave out the campaign? They said they're leaving out PC co-op and Forge. That's what they're leaving out of Halo Infinite. I'm not particularly bothered about Forge, so I'm fine. If they need to take the time with it, take the time. I don't care. I'm literally only there for campaign and multiplayer. I think they said some co-op would be there. They said... I don't know if they're delaying the entire like co-op scene so they can get it working on PC, but I don't know if they are... I don't know if they're delaying, like, all of it. I'll have to look that up. Let me look that up on my phone right now. You've got me curious. That's my enrollment for my uni. What was I gonna search up again? Halo Infinite campaign co-op delay. Halo Infinite won't have campaign co-op or forge modes at launch. Okay, so it's like campaign co-op entirely. Like, I'm not going to be really playing campaign with anybody else. Also, Gasmask William, welcome. Yeah, it's spelled like that. Well, I'm going to go... So I hope Wanderer enjoys this game and the chat enjoys the stream. It's too late for me, I don't want to wake up at 2 PM. Well, have a nice night, Daniel, and it was a pleasure having you in chat. I hope to see you again soon, and peace out. Have a good day or night. The Fist of Fucked. The Mighty Sun. Halo is such a good game. I love Halo, like all of it. Apart from like Halo 5. Oh, we're getting into danger zone. Alright, I think it's time we pistol whip this guy. Will Halo Infinite have split screen? Yes, but it's not finished and they're going to release it later in development. So it won't have campaign co-op, but I think it'll have split screen. Way, he's fucking dead. Way, lad. Oops. Well, I just got rid of all of my weapons. I didn't mean to do that. There was literally a fucking scorpion. Halo 4 was meh, Halo 5 was like 75% dog shit. I'd agree there. Halo 4 to me is a bit more than meh. I like Halo 4, but I do not like Halo 5 whatsoever. I fucking hate the art style, I hate the story, I hate most things about it. This really isn't a game for me. Doesn't feel like Halo. Don't die, man. I'm gonna assume that Daniel's from, like, the EU or someplace to the east. Because, it's like 10 o'clock for me, unless he's, like, younger. To be honest, I could use going to bed soon, I'm fucking shattered. I stayed up till like 2 AM for both nights, and yeah, it's just not a good feeling. We are on critical fucking health. Just hit a shot, dude! I'm going to fucking die. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, that was a near-death experience. Oh my god, oh my days. I need to use another one. Fucking hell. Oh, that was like... My heart was racing there. I need to save. Where's the 10mm armor? Give me more shit back. I know people can live with Forge delayed, but the co-op delay is going to be a deal breaker for quite a few people. Yeah, I understand that. Not for me, though. I can enjoy the game without it, so... Like, I don't mind if it's delayed. I prefer it to be delayed than a rushed, buggy mess. I don't think they've had enough development time on this game. People say it's been 6 years. That's total bullshit and they don't know what they're on about, because do you know how long it would take for a game engine to be built? The answer is too fucking long. So it hasn't taken 2 years, no. No, not 2 years. It hasn't taken 6 years to make this game. It has taken probably about 2 or 3. And now we're getting tag teamed. Oh, this is where we die. This is where we die. Right. Right, we got one. Okay. Inventory right fucking now. I'm gonna use this thing. Are you shitting me? I used it! Are you shitting me?
Not even the carrot.
Bruh, come on. Alright, we're gonna need to handle this a little bit differently. Taking on 2 rad scorpions at once is not a good feeling. Minus 15. Alright, alright. We got the one. We got the one. How do you fucking miss from that close? Hey, Splicer! What's up, guys? Are you doing call-ins? Yeah, we're pretty much finished, but, yeah, I'll probably consider doing more call-ins soon. Hold on. Anyone played Wasteland 3? I played a bit of it. I can't say it's really a game for me. Mainly because I don't like cold weather, but you know. Fucking why? Why do you even have a gun? Alright, just walk away. Just walk away. It's fine. Right, smack him with the fist of fuck GSI. Yeah. Out of ammo. Shit. Shit, 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 shit. Yoda Gaming, welcome to chat. How did you get into Fallout? Well, this is a good story actually. This is a good story to tell. I was sitting in an IT lesson at school with some of my classmates, and I heard my friends talking about something, and they were saying about, oh yeah, there's gonna be like this city, and there's gonna be these guys, and like they're bandits and stuff, but it's gonna be roaming with bandits, and it's gonna be like mutated animals and like these zombie people. And I was like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, it's called Fallout. It's called Fallout 4. It's coming out this year. And then he explained the entire plot to me of the first, I believe it, no, it was the 4th game. He explained the entire plot of, what we knew about Fallout 4's plot from Diamond, up to Diamond City. And I said to him, dude, this sounds really fucking cool. I want to try this out. And then I got Fallout 4 for Christmas in 2015. And it encapsulated me so much. So for the next, I want to say 2-3 years, it was non-stop Fallout 4 for me. Not a day went by where I didn't play Fallout 4. And eventually, like, somebody said to me, oh, you should try New Vegas, man. And I was like, okay, sure, I'll give it a shot. And then I tried it, and I got to about Nipton. No, I got to Prim, and I was like, I'm not sure the gameplay is really for me. I'm finding it kind of clunky. The graphics are dated. It's kind of boring. And that was a big mistake. That was in 2016. And I decided, you know what? I've been putting this up for a long time, and I'm a big Fallout fan by this point. I've managed my way through Fallout 3. I can do it with New Vegas. And I played through the whole thing, did an NCR ending, and I fell in love with it. And then I discovered that the Enclave remnants were in the game. And then I started doing, like, I started deep diving into the lore about them, and I started drawing them and stuff, and boom, my channel was created. So my love for Fallout, and my willingness to give Fallout New Vegas a try, made my channel as well. I didn't mean to open the inventory, fuck. L calls climate superior. Shut the fuck up. I want to be mod, but I haven't asked and don't want to be annoying. Yeah, I don't like people who ask for mod. Well, that sounds kind of rude, but like, I'm not saying I don't like you, but if you want to be mod, then yeah, I've only got like the mods that I do have are like friends of the channel, really, and people I know I can trust to make sure that chat's all clean. So if I know that I can trust you, then yeah. But like, I've only known you for like a hot minute. So not quite yet Canadian, but I'll consider it in the future. Certain age to be mod? Nah, not really. Not in YouTube chats anyway. I'd say you'd have to be around my age, so like 18. Maybe like 17, if you want to be a mod in Discord, because on Discord that includes a lot more kind of weird shit. Like, people could be posting, you know, porn and shit to troll. People could be posting literal fucking gore, and I don't want people who are like well under my age seeing that shit. I really don't. We gotta level up. Canadian speedrun mod. I'm not even allowed to swear at home. My parents are fine with me saying some swear words, but they will not let me say the F word. They'll not let me call people bitches. Let's go back to... Right now we can level up. Okay, so what should I level up? I want to level up my melee weapons. I don't want to make it higher than my... Let's make my first aid 50. Small guns, get that to 50... 55? Big guns... 34, energy weapons... 34. Do I get to pick any perks or anything? I'm poisoned apparently. Uh-oh. I've currently killed 3 rats and 9 rat scorpions. Planning on playing the Fallout 4 mods. What about Thundercocks? We talk about Thundercocks but don't want to see him. Yeah, true, true. Motto to live by. I'm gonna put that in the rules to my Discord now. Wait, what? Sorry, I can't cure any poisons. I don't have the proper ingredients to make a decent antivenom. Well, can I bring you the fucking ingredients? Let's trade him something. I'll just give him them. Oh. Okay. How do I win this game again? Fallout Miami. I would like to play Fallout Miami. I want to play Fallout London.
Things are much more settled now. Raslo has been working on a cure for the rad scorpion poison, and with that, we should be able to fight what's left of them. You are truly a hero. Know that the people of Shady Sands are most grateful. Certainly. What do you wish to know? Things are much more settled
Alright,
now.
so there's
You are
nothing
Dubai?
else to do. If I come back later, Tandy will be kidnapped. We can get Ian around here, can't we? Where's Ian at? There he is, the boy. Yeah, in-game goes fine. But like... Yeah, to be honest, I need it. I've had a bit of a shitty day. Let me save. I've had a bit of a shitty day. I've only ate 2 meals today, and I need to go have a third. I need to get to sleep tonight, so I'm probably gonna end the stream here, if that's alright by everybody. Thanks for everybody who came out to have a discussion. I'd love to do this again sometime. Should be a video coming out next week on Darth Nihilus from Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. If you're interested in Star Wars and you want to learn about Star Wars KOTOR 2's Darth Nihilus, then check that out. And the week after that, I'm working on making the Fallout Drawings Episode 2 of Season 3. That'll be edited for members only, so if you want to come see the editing process and stuff like that, become a member today. And yeah, so got some videos planned. After that, I'll get back to working on my lore stuff, and I might do another discussion video on the Enclave from Fallout 3. Apart from that, thanks guys. I'm gonna exit out the game. Thank you very much, everybody, and I will see you some other time.